Hello, Holy One.
Good morning and afternoon and evening to everyone who might be here.
Oh, wise one. Oh, wise one.
Seen and unseen, all of the above.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So we're recording right off the bat. We're just allowing, if we want to do a official kind of welcome, we could do that here and just let everybody know what they just walked in on. A conversation between.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm so grateful to be this space with you. I'm A.L. Garris. This is Cindy. We're here to share some information on what's going on with the Divine Feminine.
Hmm.
And that in itself is enough. If we just talked on just that space, right? But it's interconnected with what's going on with the Divine Masculine. You can't separate them, they're fully interconnected. So we're going to talk about a book, a course. We're going to read some cards. And
Excellent.
we'll hang out. We'll hang out. So if you'd like to hang out with us, if you'd like to hang out with Cindy and myself, please do so. We're grateful to have you here. Welcome to this space, Holy One. Welcome to this space. All
Yes.
right. So Cindy, what do you want to do first? What do you think? Should we field some of the question spaces? We had a comment come in on YouTube. We've got a.
That sounds perfect. Let's answer
Oh,
a
that.
question right away and we want you all here. This is all about
Yes.
getting the word out and helping you figure out where you're at and what you need. So,
Yes.
question
Yes.
sounds
Yes. Yes.
perfect.
Awesome. Okay. Let's look at this together. On we had several comments come in, but one of them I want to bring in here because I think it would be beneficial to do so. It was a very big comment. It was long and they shared a lot from their heart. So I may not pronounce this person's name correctly and I would just ask for forgiveness ahead of time if I don't do so. But it looks like we're looking at maybe Bree Farin or Bry Farin. This comment is so important because it is basically why we do what we do. It's basically why the Rise of the Goddess course was built, why it was created, why the book was written, why the 27 energetic keys came forward. Because so many people in the human collective are saying, feeling, and experiencing what this individual is experiencing and sharing here with us. So I'm not going to read the whole entire thing. If you want, it's on YouTube on my channel. Under the last video, you see this glorious person, Cindy, in the thumbnail, and me. Go look in the comments. But here's a little gist of it, okay? I had a Buddhist man I was dating tell me that I have no personal self and no free will. That what I think I am is all ego. He said I wasn't a co creator, and I haven't been able to shake the sense of disempowerment he contaminated my mind with. Oh, that's pretty big, right? And everybody can hear those words and be like, yeah, I've been contaminated before. I know what that feels like, right? I saw him as an authority figure because he was a counselor. So I think his words felt damaging. He is a miserable person and very misogynistic towards women, and I stopped talking to him. I think he was trying to knock me down a peg. I've been in a spontaneous Kundalini since 23. I've fully risen and I'm still integrating a lot since it started. And I've had various people really try to make me feel small and disempowered or try to control me. How can I know I'm a sovereign being when Buddhists say that I won't exist anymore after death and that my human personality is all ego? And they go on to talk about some other spaces of Christianity and some other connection points that they've had. So I thought it would be beneficial to go ahead and bring this comment in here. So thank you for leaving it, for writing it, for allowing us to connect with you. Okay. I don't know this person. Cindy, I don't believe you know this person. If we do know you and we're just not familiar with your name, forgive us. That happens sometimes on social media. We have a large international community, but I'm not familiar with this name. So the fact that you would share all of this with us here is so brave. It's so loving. It's so incredibly trusting of you to lay yourself out in such a way in a public format. I'm honored and grateful that you felt safe enough to do that here. So first off, I want to make sure that's known. I also want to say thank you again. I said this earlier on. This is why the course was built. This is what this course helps people move out of. Yes. The energy keys, the teachings, the ceremonies, the energy sessions, the book itself, all of the information is designed to take the being, the individual that has experienced spaces like this and help them, guide them, walk with them, not do it for you, but be with you as you do it for you, as you move yourself into an alignment where you realize, you understand, you know, you believe it's all you. It's all you. You're the power play, you're the PowerPoint, and it doesn't matter who says what, who does what. And the more that lands, the more that healed state of being anchors, then the less these spaces show up because you don't need them anymore. You don't need someone to prod you to stand up and say, I am more, because you know you are. You don't need someone to show up to get in your face and make you uncomfortable and push you into spaces that don't feel aligned to you, because you are in your alignment of your essence and your sovereign flow. These spaces show up as your design. That's a big one. We don't always like that one. It's a big one, I know, but it's the way out of the room. Do you agree, Cindy, that that's like probably one of the biggest spaces with this type of process is owning our our participation, our connection with how it shows up in our life to begin with?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I know it was first, thank you. And yes, unconditional love is in this space. And this is why there can be the shift and the growing. And personally, the whole concept of sovereignty. And this is such a witness of yourself. Every week, witness yourself, feel it's an actual experience that can become even visceral and integrate in the most gentle way because it truly you designed it. And it will be beautiful to see all of the ways in which you'll be actually notating for themselves, as I did for myself, how that happens. So it's actually kind of like a done deal. We
Yeah,
truly are walking ourselves to the sovereign, powerful, risen women that we already are.
I love that. I love that. And I know this, it may seem silly in some ways, but for whatever reason, I think it may assist. Have you ever gotten in line for a restaurant that everybody wanted to go to and the line was really long, but you stood in line because you knew when you got through the line and into the space, it was going to be this incredible experience. I love that when you said we're walking ourselves to a space we already are. I kind of like pictured us all in front of some really glorious event space of coming home, of resetting ourselves into that essence, into that origin, into that sovereignty. And sometimes, people waiting in line, they get antsy or they get agitated or they get bored or whatever it is. And it's like all the spaces we've been have been us kind of, in a sense, waiting in line, and we're right there. It's like the moment is here. This course, this space, this connection, this community is that, lack of a better term, just allow, the mind likes these silly things. The bouncer taking his hand and putting it, or her hand, on the golden clip that's got this little divider ribbon type thing, right? And they're lifting it up, and they're looking over at you, they're looking over at me, they're looking over at us, and they're going, welcome home, welcome home. And you are letting yourself in. We are letting ourselves in, back in, to this space of us that we already are. I love that. I love that you brought that in here. So it is a really big thing. A really big part of the course is ownership of your abilities, ownership of your energy, ownership of your broadcast, ownership of your mindset, ownership of your actions. This is a space where victimhood goes to die. I know that maybe seems harsh, but it really, you know how it's like a funny saying, right? It
Yeah.
goes here to die. So, but it does, it does. It doesn't survive here
Yeah,
because
we can bless
this,
it and send it on.
yes, 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 the
Yeah.
sovereignty rises.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say this is because when beautiful Bree, who wrote this, hears this, hears this conversation and thinks, oh my goodness, these people chose my comment to talk about what, also lean in and hear this, that you designed this. You designed two individuals who are humbled and honored by your words and want to bring them here to show other women they're not alone, and that this is a space that we are all navigating and walking ourselves through. And we're doing it together. We're doing it in unity, not only with ourselves in physical connection of Cindy and myself and the others that are in the course, but in unity with our higher mind, our higher heart, the understanding of ourselves as a unified field of consciousness. This is a big space, and everything that was shared in this comment is based on very human, experiential spaces, right? And Bree, you are more than this. You are an eternal being of light inhabiting a now. And your now has had this reflection up until this point, but you designed this shift space. And in engaging it in whatever way you are, this video, another video, coming into the course space if it feels aligned for you, other content on the space, however this works, you're bringing yourself the opportunity to move into a new way of how you see you and how you see the world around you. That's when everything changes. That's when the whole thing shifts. So, Cindy, you just did this space. You just did this course that we're talking about. You just read this book that we're talking about. What could you share with Bree, coming from your understanding, fresh out of the space? What could you share with Bree and anyone else who's listening that is still seeing this reflection that they don't necessarily feel they deserve to see or want to see? What could you share?
Well, I can definitely share you will be met with the answers you need for yourself. And I feel like, to me, um, like you, I'd been through a lot of processing. I'd been through a lot of understanding. I have multiple religious experiences. I have multiple programming from old programs for how I related to the masculine, to how I placed myself in relationships. And so now I can really say I've understood the sacredness of my own being and my sovereignness. And I have two things that want to come up. One was my voice, but my voice showed up as my voice within me, my voice within holding myself as a sovereign, beautiful being, my own voice of allowing my power to come out, um, not to even address at some point in time the other people. It was truly allowing those energy sessions that we have and the real ceremonies or just the moment that I was in a wave where I could use my own voice and my own understanding of myself in a new way that I hadn't had before. My own wholeness um, really began to sink in. And so it quickly began to shift that. So I think that was so Bree, please just keep trusting yourself and allowing yourself to come forward and for yourself.
Right. That's the biggest part of that. When you said it wasn't about getting your voice to like put others in their place or be heard or validated outside, it's for that space of you that's been dormant or misunderstood or not allowed, but by you. We think it's the outer world that's oppressing or
Mhm.
keeping us down or dictating to us who we can be, and it's when we realize that is that is like static, that is like background noise. It's what do you believe about you? What do you believe? What do you say? That's where the power lies. Yes. When you own that, uh, game over for the outer having power over you.
Quantum shifts become a, an actual belief,
That's
an
actual belief.
actual
Perfect wording. because
belief.
because it's like in the beginning, many, myself included in the very beginning, you feel like you have those thoughts in your head that go, is this real? Like, can I really like do this? Is there really more? Is there really power within me and like divine flow, right? And then the more that you allow that connection and lean into it and trust it. Trust is a very powerful word to use here because trust means you believe whether it is seemingly believable or not. Trust, that's what trust is. And trust grows and strengthens when it is given the opportunity to do so. And so I think that's what you were doing, Cindy, when you were finding that authenticity, you were trusting you.
And I will say, trusting ourselves, right? How many times do we feel like we didn't do exactly what we thought we were, or we didn't say what we hoped we'd say? And we actually lose trust within ourselves, and trust can be a very loaded word.
Mhm.
And this is a beautiful way to truly get in that deep alignment with that trust of yourself, that alignment within your own soul mission. I mean, it can be that big. It can just be to get through these next, few months. It can start there.
No, inevitably, you're right. It doesn't stop. The momentum of you, once that, because everybody's in a momentum,
Yeah.
period. You're either in a momentum of fear and anxiety and stress and, that kind of fight to get through it, right? It's a battle, some type of thing like that. There can be momentum in that to where that just continues to cycle, right? And there can be momentum in neutrality, there can be momentum within peace, and there can be momentum in empowerment. And that space of you continuing to open up, all of it's available. All of it's available. And this space, what it's designed, specifically created and designed to do, is meet you wherever you're at and then walk with you at the pace that you want to walk at, move at, experience at. There's no force, there's no rush. Everything's recorded. So if you feel like we go through a week of teachings or a ceremony or any space at all in the course and you're like, didn't quite get that. I can feel it knocking on my door, but I didn't quite land it. I don't quite feel comfortable with that understanding. Go back and revisit. Go back and revisit. Reread, lay down and do the session over, re-listen, rewatch the video, whatever the content is, it's available. And it's available for the entire year. So it's a long course. It's 27 weeks of core classes, but then it's also still going to be available via the portal because there's a private student portal on my website. All the materials are in there. You get a password and then you're in. And it's like Anytime Fitness in the USA. We have a gym called Anytime Fitness, and it's Anytime Fitness because you get a key and you can get in at any time. So you have a key, you have a password, it gets you into the portal. It's Anytime Goddess. And you can go back in and you can visit these materials all the way to the end of the year. So right now when this is being filmed and released, we're in December 1st actually, of 2025. The core classes start in March of 26, but we've got some fabulous activities that we're going to talk about in a minute. They start in
Good.
December, this month. They're in a few weeks. So
Mhm.
all of that's going to be recorded. And then when the core classes end in August, all of that is still available all through August, all through September, all through October, November, and December. So you have several months to go back in and dive deeper, go further, engage at a different level. And you will, because every single time I show up at any space, even stuff I've taught myself, and I go back to like touch on it, edit it, whatever I'm going to do with it. I'm like, I'm at a whole different level. My
Yes.
consciousness is at a different level as I'm connecting with it. Anything else we want to say to Bree? Reference this comment and the share. I know. Huge thank you again. Huge thank you again.
Thank you, sister.
Thank you for
Thank you.
putting
Thank
this
you.
information there and total relatability. Ben in this exact space had my list, went to my sister about probably 15 years ago now. I went to one of my older sisters when I had this same list like Bree. My specifics were a little different, right? Because we all have these different lives, but very similar list. And I went to my sister and I told her I was so done and I was still seeing myself as less power and all of these spaces outside of me as kind of coming in on me and being very difficult to navigate.
Mm.
And she said, well, it's a choice. And I got so mad at her.
Ah, sisters.
I said, it's not a choice. How can you say it's a choice? I
Love.
didn't choose this, but how wise, right? It was my rise of the goddess moment packaged up in that space. No, I had nothing else bringing it to me, but it showed up the way it could through my sister and her saying, it's a choice. And I said, no, it's not a choice. And she said, then leave, walk out the door, go do something else, meet different people, go do different things. And I said, well, no, I don't want to leave. And she goes, that's your choice. That's your choice. And everything, then from there, I started really studying consciousness, science wise, consciousness and energy, and learning how the field was connected and how energy works and consciousness works. And I started realizing because I was raised very religious based, I was steeped in the teachings of the fundamental Christian church. And I was a pastor for some time, had congregation, and that was the majority of my life, 40 some years. So then I was looking at it through science. I wanted to look at it from a different lens, consciousness, energy, connectivity. And I found more God there in some ways than I did in religion because it's mind blowing what the body does, what consciousness does, what all of this interconnectivity is. And for me, it just made the understanding of a space of divine origin even more real, even more real. But I realized I was the one who was creating all the experiences that I didn't like. And then if I wanted new experiences, I had that same power to change and create the ones I wanted. So That is how I got there. But let's look, let's look. Thank you, Bree. Thank you for the
Thank
comment.
you.
Feel free to come back in here, comment again if you have something else you'd like to go deeper with on this. It's a big space, so I don't expect it to be one and done. But thank you
Mhm.
so much for bringing your words to the space. So there's a little more feedback I want to share here, Cindy. We got it in the private chat. So the Goddess course has a private chat. It's on Discord server. It's designed only for the students of the Goddess course. They get a little private link, gets them in the door, and that way they have that intimate connection space, safe connection space to really be interconnecting with all of the other students who are in the space that want to be there and want to be in the chat. Some are very quiet, some are very vocal, some are in between. You do you. But we did have some feedback that came in, and I got permission to share it because it is a private chat, but I got permission to share it. So shout out to Regina. We're going to give a high five to Regina. High five, Regina. Raise the roof. So Regina is brand new to the Goddess course, and she signed up over the Thanksgiving holiday, I think. And she jumped right into the portal. It's not fully functional yet, but it's being built. So a lot of stuff is there. And so she jumped right into the portal and she was looking around because she was excited. And so let me read her feedback here. It's so beautiful. Thank you, Regina, for letting me share it. She says, I was able to watch the welcome video and listen to a tuning session one. And all I can say is, OMG. This course is going to be fire. I can't wait. I couldn't access a tuning video 2 or 3 yet, or I would have already jumped on it. I'm so ready for this. I feel it's going to be empowering and powerful. And I agree. I agree. It's going to be empowering and powerful. And this is so fantastic. This is a student who hasn't even been to one of the classes yet, hasn't been to an attuning session yet in the sense of the course space, hasn't done a ceremony yet. They've just made it into the student portal and they popped on some of the buttons that are there waiting for when the course begins. And they're already like, this thing's going to be fire, OMG. And they're really grateful to be in the space. So that is a fantastic confirmation of this space. That's an incredible feedback to receive. I'm so grateful for it. And we're working every day to get the portal filled. There's a lot that goes into that portal, but it'll be all up and running. Our official date of start is 12/21. So December 21st, which is also winter solstice, and our winter solstice ceremony, which is our very first big kickoff event. There will be a supply list available. Anybody hearing me that's in the course or thinking of joining the course, there will be a supply list available in the student portal. It'll be in there in just probably by this weekend, probably by December 5th or 6th. So you guys can start getting your supplies together because ceremonies can be interactive. If you'd like to be interactive, you can have all the items around you. I let you know ahead of time all throughout the course. And winter solstice is no different. I'll give you the list, you get all your items. And then if you're a person that's like, that's not your thing, but you'd love to be there and intend and connect in, beautiful. Come to the space, set your intentions and allow. So however that plays out for you, this is going to be a really powerful winter solstice. This is like, for me, my knowing is the reset of light, the reset of light. We've done a lot of resets, I believe, many of us, if you find this work. Probably it's safe to say you've done a lot of energy clearing. You've done a lot of resets. You've changed some of your thought processes, your belief structures. You've found cycled pattern behavior and maybe worked on moving into some different types of alignments for yourself. And this all just may sound super good to some people. They're like, no, I haven't yet, but that does sound lovely. Okay, to me, all of that is encompassed in this solstice ceremony as like, yes, an amplification of the reset of light. Yes. Light in general, light of the I am within you. Yes. light of the sun itself, that happens to be a very integral part of the human existence, in connection with the earth, again, human existence. Where are we right now? What is this? Humanity. You're on earth. Hello, welcome. Note to self. Working with these understandings, the earth itself, the sun, the codes, the activations that are available, it's all designed to assist us, but it's kind of been hidden and maybe even distorted as to not be designed to assist us. Maybe it's harmful. Don't get too much on you. You'll burn. Don't be out too long. You'll have this to deal with. The distortions have done their job, but no more, because now there's enough clarity available to where we're seeing through the distortions and we're realizing the enormity of power in the interconnectivity of us as human vessels, higher dimensional beings of light in human formats on Earth. So the winter solstice is going to be about the sun codes, the light of you, the light of your eternal being, and the resurrection of that in the living. I think that sounds pretty good. Do you?
That's pretty amazing. That is pretty amazing. I have to say, this is the beautiful space and time to devote the amount of energy you put out for others, to take that and put that into you and allow all of that light and those codes and the soul mission of who you want to see yourself to be. Just, it can just happen right there. It'll incrementally play out as it needs to, but I just feel like, yeah, this is beautiful. Thank you for offering that.
Thank you for seeing the space. Thank you for seeing me. I am very grateful for that. This is my world 24/7. I have a beautiful family and what people call a regular life, but I am completely 100% this person, whether I'm with my regular life or whether I am here or in event spaces in person. I chose many years ago, and it was a decision, and everyone has this choice to be made. It's a lot of emotion with this choice. I chose many years ago to become and amplify and implement as my I am. I understood I would still be a human vessel. I would be a human woman, a mother, a daughter, a wife, a friend. But within all those roles and spaces and names and interpretation points, I would allow, I would welcome, I would nurture my I am's presence. And I began to see that I am in me. And what happened was immediately I saw it within everyone else, because that's how it works. Whoever you believe you are, and how you understand yourself, yes, shifts how you see the world around you and how you understand the world around you. It's completely interconnected. And the minute I nurtured, allowed, and trusted my I am, I could see the I am in everyone else. And when you start seeing the I am in everyone else, including yourself, everything changes. Everything changes. And even the spaces that may wobble or may be deemed by someone as difficult or daunting or dense in some way, you see them as a space of alignment, shifting you and redirecting you where you need to be, because your trust is embedded and anchored, unwavering in your knowing of your alignment as the I am. And it's an incredible life. Yes. I have never been this happy. I've never been this healthy. I've never been this abundant in my entire existence. And I know that I'm still young. I'm telling myself I'm 42. That's my new thing. I like
Always,
I like the number. Do you
always
like it?
42.
Do you
I am
like
a
it?
higher dimensional being here to
42.
help humanity, and I am eternally
I'm
42.
42. I could do 42, right?
Always. Yeah, I think so. It's
So,
just energy.
and it does matter. Your
It
intentions
does
matter.
matter.
Your
I
belief
mean,
structures
all the
matter.
crystalline, all the
Oh my
wax in the
gosh.
body,
Wow.
all the activations, it does truly de-age. And
Oh,
our spirits
yes.
become younger and younger, and our playfulness
Well,
and
we
our
weren't even,
joyfulness
yeah,
lighter and lighter.
lighter and lighter. We weren't designed with this distorted
Yeah.
field of time and age. We're not, it's something we've been
Huh?
taught and programmed to believe, but it isn't even our innate existence. So I'm just like programming and plugging myself back into these other spaces. But yeah, I watch videos. I've been making content for about 6 or 7 years now, and I watch videos, and some of those videos, I'm just like, oh my God, it's like a different person. I just
Yes.
look so different, and my voice is different. Everything is different. But that to me is like a testament to this work and what we're talking about. It really does, everything changes when you change the understanding of yourself, when you change the perception point in which everything is being interpreted from and as, everything changes. So, all right, where are we at? We're going to do a reading. Do you want to do a reading?
I would love to.
Okay, let's do it. Okay, this is the deck. Cindy's shown this in other spaces as well. And Cindy's on IG, Frequency of Unity. She just did a reading on there the other day. So go follow her if you're not already following her on Instagram, Frequency of Unity. Okay,
Or
so,
Facebook.
or Facebook. Okay, Facebook
Yeah,
as
yeah.
well. Yeah, I don't do as good on Facebook because I don't understand. I know this sounds so silly. I don't know how to use it as good. And I know that's crazy because they say it's made for people that don't understand.
Well, let's be honest, Instagram's a little fancier. So it's more play. There's more play on it.
I just
I
find it easier to
I
use, but
Me too.
yeah,
Me
yeah.
too.
And then I always joke that TikTok is like, okay, if all the sites were on a treadmill, Facebook would be the speed of one,
Yeah.
and then IG would be knocking it up to a speed of three or four, and then going on TikTok is like turning it up to a speed of 10. But I like it. I still like it. It's
Yeah.
good. All right, so this is the goddess deck. It goes with the goddess course, goes with the goddess book. There's some really beautiful cards in here that are going to have energy keys on them because there's 27 energy keys that actually come with the course. This happens to be one of the keys. And there's
Oh,
not a book. We really want you to begin to work with your intuition more and trust yourself more. So there isn't a book. But honestly, so many people are utilizing this deck now, and they have said that's actually helped activate their intuition, to be giving it the opportunity to not have that book or that crutch to go read, but to trust themselves more. So, all right. And there's a lot of information that you can deem from the cards as well. So let's just do a general, well, let Cindy say, what do you want to ask Cindy for the group, for whoever sees this video? What do you want to say?
may you soften to your own self, to allow your own self to come through.
Okay, so what would assist them? Then we'll ask for
What would
spirit to,
assist them in
what
that?
would assist all those hearing this, seeing this right now to soften into the spaces of your essence, your divine flow, basically. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay, get a couple jump. I prefer for them to jump. I love it when they jump. Okay, let me get my glasses back on. Okay. Oh, fun. Oh, good. Love, love, love. Ooh, okay. I like to read them and put them in a little order and then share. Hold on. Okay. Okay. All right. I think this will work. So we got 4 cards. What would most assist us all right now in softening into the remembrance of and allowing the remembrance of our divine essence and flow? Is that close to what you were
Yes,
saying? Okay.
yes.
Okay, so we got 2 majors, just like in Tarot. This deck has major cards and minors in a sense. The energy keys would be the majors, which means pay attention, work with the energy key itself. How do you work with it? You look at it, you meditate upon it, you draw it, you set it out on your altar, your kitchen counter, whatever, and you get a look at it every day. I'll put them up to the screen one by one in case you want to screenshot them. You could put it on your phone. That would work. But then there's some general cards. They're not majors, but they're important and they give guidance. Okay, so 4 cards for this reading, 2 majors, 2 guidance cards. Another message in just that is balance. There's balance coming in. This question being asked at this time, as you're asking, as you're allowing, there's balance coming in. The first thing to help would be diving into remembrance together, the return of unity, which I think could be saying, take the goddess course. I'm so, I
Well,
just
you
diving,
know, well, there's such power in group energy and
connecting with
feeling the
others.
unity. And
Yes.
this
Yeah.
is such an unconditional love, as she was sharing, she just, you see the divinity in each person, and it gives you a beautiful, a beautiful remembrance of
It
how we
softens
know.
you. You said what would soften us in.
Yeah.
And even, the unity space, the reading Bree's words, reading Regina's words, sharing yourself, sharing myself, connectively together, knowing others are listening right now and they're like right there going, I get it. Yeah, been there, done that. Like that togetherness, that unity, diving into the remembrance of that togetherness and that unity, just in that. That is assisting us in landing, anchoring, returning to, reconnecting with this essence point of ourself because it's in the unity, the essence, the remembrance of the sovereignty, the divinity that we all are, that Bree is, that Regina is.
Mhm.
It's in the unity. It's in the unified field. There's no separation. Diving into that. Okay. Next one. This one. This is a good one. Honey, golden, sacred spaces of you, the goddess frequency. So, to soften and fall deeper into your essence, be available to these sacred spaces of you. This, when
Mm.
it talks about the honey, golden, sacred spaces of you, this is your feminine. You were born into this lifetime in this connection point. And it has so much incredible, rare, precious, divine flow within it. And that has, for a very long time, been hidden. It has been suppressed, it has been distorted. And there we can have all kinds of conversations on the whys and the whos and all of that. But at the end of the day, I think that it is most beneficial to stick all of our energy and all of our focus and all of our thought on the power of our divine sacredness that we carry, period. Whoever's said what has been said, whoever's done what has been done. But we are the flow, we are the flow of this divine, sacred goddess frequency. Nothing changes that. And this is rising. See, this energy key assists with that rising. It's a higher dimensional connection point. Just like a key opens a door, this opens an alignment of energy to this space of frequency. I love that. Now, 2 guidance cards. And these might be my favorites from the whole deck.
Well, they are today.
Trust yourself.
Oh.
Trust yourself. Get moving. Dance. So, I mean, put on your favorite music, whatever that is, you know? You like rap, you like hip hop, you like country, you like rock and roll, you like classical, you like jazz, whatever you like, put it on. Get moving, dance. As you're dancing and your mind says, "What are you doing, you silly girl, you silly goose?" You trust yourself and you dance. You dance with the flow of your divine essence, of your sacred divine being, of your goddess frequency. You dance with your goddess frequency. You dance knowing that you are one with all these other spaces of frequency that are remembering that oneness as well. And this dance is a dance of unity. This dance is a dance of remembrance. And so, right now, that is what is most helpful for us to know. And we send out a huge wave of gratitude to all the seen and unseen, the ways in which the messages flood in and flow in and show up and can be registered and read by us. For those that are in physical format, you, Cindy, Bree, Regina, all of us, thank you, thank you, thank you. And for those who walk with all of us, that we know they're there, but our physical eyes haven't registered them yet.
Yet.
Thank you. Yes, yet. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So this is a really big and beautiful space. We hope you might consider joining it. We hope you might consider joining us in this space. There's payment plans. Some people ask about that. Yes, there's payment plans. If you're interested and you need a payment plan, you can just email me. There's contact info on my website below the video. Lots of ways to find me. The first space we're going to do together is December 21st, our solstice ceremony. The portal's up and running. Like I said, the feedback's phenomenal, even for what's in there right now. And that list of items for the ceremony coming at the end of December will be in there very soon. Then we have two more events to celebrate the kickoff and launch of the course. One's in January, one's in February, and then in March we enter into the space. So it's going to be amazing. It already is. I'm so grateful. If I forget to tell you, I had an incredible time. I had an incredible time. So thank you, Cindy, for being the ambassador.
Thank
Thank-
you. You want to talk about your soul mission coming true, to have always dreamed and worked in this capacity, and now to be at the highest level of helping women connect to their own I am, to know themselves, to know their wholeness, to know their sovereignty, and then to watch their whole worlds shift and their lives shift, and then they come into their power. Um, it's a gift to be here. It's so exciting, and we've only just begun.
I agree. I agree. It is for me, I guess if somebody had asked me what the definition of bliss is, I would say this.
Yeah.
This is like bliss. It's like incredibly beautiful. Uh yes. Yes. It's breathtaking, fulfilling. And before I did all of this, I know we're going to end the video. Hang with me for 1 second. I think somebody needs to hear this. Before I stepped into this and trusted this space, I was the opposite of bliss. And I felt like everything was really hard. And nobody else could see it because I looked like I had the perfect life. And I really kind of did. I just couldn't see it myself because of my misalignment with my goddess, my divine feminine, my essence, my origin. And so, for anyone who's feeling like it's heavy, I mean, I had anxiety, I had panic attacks, I was angry all the time. I was a very angry person. And You don't have to stay there. That does not have to be your life. You have the ability, and one day you're going to be able to say for yourself that you have the responsibility. It feels daunting at first, and it feels like who would want to take on another thing when you're leaving that space. But then you realize how responsible it is, like in a good way, where you actually feel proud of yourself that you pushed through, that you trusted yourself, you leaned in, you listened with your heart, and you didn't allow that to be all there is. There was a movie once, it's old now. It was, I can't remember his name. He's a famous actor. He played in The Shining. Um,
Jack Nichols?
yes, it was him. Thank
Nicholas?
you.
Uh-huh.
Yes, yes. As Good as It Gets, I think was the name of the
Oh,
movie.
yes,
As
with
Good as
Diane
It
Keaton.
Gets,
Yeah.
right? And I can remember at a point of life thinking, this is as good as it gets.
Mm.
And boy, was I wrong. And I'm so glad I was wrong. And I'm so glad that I
Yeah.
allowed, because really you got to allow the opportunity. You got to be available. You got to make some small choice, step, movement, motion towards a different connection, a new thought, a different space of alignment. And then it just starts opening from there. And the body heals, and the mind heals, the being heals on all levels, and
Mm.
the life heals. So, for whoever that may be today, and or just a reminder to somebody that says, yeah, wow, I made it to bliss. Uh, we're one unified field, and we're all standing together, and we see you, and we love you, and we're grateful to walk together. Thank you, Cindy.
Thank you, Andrea.
And
Thank
thank you,
you.
Holy One. Thank you for being this space. Just sending out a wave of love. Cindy, will you send a wave of love with me? A wave of love, a wave of peace, the peace that passes all understanding, to keep the heart and mind in the alignment of the I am. That you find your way back into the alignment of you, and or you expand deeper into that alignment and allow, trust, and flow in your sovereign essence. Just allow a breath, please. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. And then we seal this with our love. We seal this in the highest alignments of light. Blessings upon you, Holy One. Blessings. I love you, Cindy.
I love you. You
This
too.
this was beautiful. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your presence.
Yeah.
Truly, you've infused this space. You've infused me with a new level of encouragement and upliftment and presence. And I know we say we design it all, right? Well, I'm going to own this design. I'm so grateful. I designed.
We've created this field and we hold this field for each and every one of you.
Yes.
For every single divine woman that wants to move into here. We welcome you.
Yes.
We
We
hold
welcome.
you. We've created a field.
Yeah.
It's here for you. So thank
Beautiful.
you.
Beautifully said. Beautifully said. All right. So we'll see you on the next space, everyone. We love you. We love you. We love you.
Love you. We love you. We love you.